I had to do that.
Hey, it's just another Mazda Monday. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Because it's after July 4th. That's what it is.
After Independence Day.
I can't say
Okay.
you guys.
Yes, you can.
All right. Jay, we are in this awesome car, which, by the way, look at this.
This is what, the 70, Jay?
So this is our new CX-70, and I will
gorgeous.
say, based
Look at
directly
this
on
thing.
our 90, Mazda just hit a home dunk with this
Hell
one.
yeah.
It is absolutely gorgeous, but one thing that I really like is I think Mazda knows that everybody out there is hurting. Like, we need new cars, but believe me, we're hurting. And if you look, like, our rebates, our incentives, our pricing, everything is geared towards you guys. And it's kind of a unique time in the market where, you know, everyone thinks, gosh, I'm going to be paying, you know, 8% interest. Well, here's a great example. The car that we're sitting in has APR as low as 2%, and it's brand new. It's been out for 3 weeks. There's our CX-5, our CX-50, which are our most popular vehicles, all have 0% less than 1% APR. So it's kind of like, oh my gosh, it's absolutely crazy. Mazda knows what's up, and they're really taking care of the people that support them. So we encourage you to come out and support us and take a look around. We have about 230 cars in stock, and that's like my plug for the day. I see you guys are going to be talking about City Winery coming up.
Look at my notes.
Is that like your place? Have you been?
Have you been there?
I have been to the City Winery, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's such a cool place, especially for some of the venues that they do, because you walk in and it's kind of like cool to have the outside seating, a little bit of indoors, but there's this room in the back that you would not expect.
Funny, I've not been back there.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I cannot wait. Well, let me tell you this before I know you have to jump because you have a million people, but July the 10th, we actually already talked to Elliot Lewis. Do you know who that is, Jay, by any chance?
I do not, unfortunately.
Well, he is this massive, basically studio musician who has been around for decades. He's played with ZZ Top, Cheap Trick, Todd Rundgren. I mean, who else?
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Yes.
He was on the Daryl's House videos.
Like on Netflix.
Or on Netflix.
Or Hulu.
So,
Isn't that crazy?
Is he performing there?
He's performing.
He is performing
does
his
some
songs,
looping, and it's actually happening on the 10th. So it's literally
we're
going
to
to
be
2
there.
days away. We're
Jay,
going
would you like
Wednesday.
to go with us?
I mean, listen, any place that there is wine, like, I'm there.
Will you
And
come with
music.
us?
Jay, it's a Wednesday. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but that's your day off.
It is. And you know what? Fine, we'll go.
Yes!
Ethan!
All right, so
take
you
it
guys
off.
have to come. You have to come with us. So
Jay,
make
you
sure
have an awesome Mazda Monday.
I'm not even singing. You guys have a great, because my ears hurt.
I missed him. We haven't seen him in
Right,
quite
we
some
were in
time.
New York the last 2 different New Yorks, as a matter of fact.
True.
All right, so
we already talked about what's happening on the 10th, but the really cool news is there's so much going on this week in general. We came off of Independence Day with complete jam-packed stuff in Pittsburgh. July 11th.
July 11th is our video, as a matter of fact, today. We did a Jagging Around with Sydney Davis, the CEO of Artist Mental Health. And the big thing is they're having an event this Thursday night on, it's not her street, but it is Sydney Street.
It is. Is it Opia?
Opia
Studios. It's such a cool space. And they already have tons and tons of people who have RSVP'd. But you know how Pittsburghers are. We need to know who's coming. So if you plan on going, let them know. The space is certainly conducive. There's going to be refreshments. There's an area to kind of decompress. And there's a full panel of folks who will be talking about mental health specifically for Black people. And we just think that's
artists,
an amazing
artists,
yeah.
Because I think artists take on a lot,
Agree.
As they're trying to figure out the business of their business. So yeah, it's perfect. So we met Sydney. She's a pleasure. Go watch the video today.
Check it out. Not a shameless plug to go check it out, but it is.
Right.
Also, we've been talking about this for months, and all of a sudden, this is going to be here in less than a month.
It's going down.
The My Preferred Insurance Shindig. You know what a shindig is. John and I have been talking about it forever. The cool part is Rohrich Automotive is actually involved as well because there's a car show component. There are so many things happening at this thing. It's 2 days on, I went like this, but it's 2 days on August 4th and August 5th. And over 20 bands, Johnny Angel and the Halos being one of them. There's such great entertainment. There's kids activities. There are baskets and raffles. There's cornhole, and there's the car show, like I said. So check it out. We're going to be there. We're super stoked for that to happen. We'll put the link in because it also has a benefactor for a nonprofit. So it's right up there at Union Brothers Brewing. Phenomenal place.
Speaking of Johnny Angel at his little museum over there in the north side, hosting Babesburg.
Well, we're calling it the Ultimate Museum Mixer, and it is the Babesburg ladies are coming to the parking lot. You know, so many of you have asked about our little parking lot parties that we had at Johnny Angel's Gingy Stuff through COVID. If you remember, we had comedians, we had acoustic performances and things like that. We're going to have a couple of our favorite vendors, 416 Vintage and Yin's Lids, as well as the Babesburg crew of folks who are coming to do pop-ups in the parking lot on July the 28th from 12 until 5. And then you get free tours hosted by my dad through the museum. There's refreshments, there's some libations, and it is literally a $10 donation to Babesburg, which is a phenomenal women's group. And then all of this is for you to just kind of go through and shop and sip and have a great Sunday afternoon.
Right.
Super stoked for that.
Mark it on your calendars. One more thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't just find out, but we just started talking about this because we felt like there was so much going on in July, but we need to prepare you for August. North Strabane, great community. Well, let me tell you something. I think it is absolutely amazing that they are doing their own community day. And what's happening at their community day? A ton. It's kid focused. There's a ton of food trucks. My dad is performing, and our own on-air Kristen is going to be there to introduce all of the music for that day. And that is happening on August the 3rd.
Do you know that her name isn't really on air, Kristen?
Oh.
It's just Kristen.
Check it all out, you guys. Have an amazing week because it's just enough.